Hello everybody, it's Sarah here again, and we are doing a new moon tarot reading. I'm quite new to the tarot, even though I've been doing it for over 35 years. I have only just recently started to become comfortable with reading for other people. And at full moon, I will be doing a full moon tarot healing on the month that has just gone. And on new moon, I have decided to do perhaps little forward predictions. And these aren't going to be totally predictions, rather, they're going to be ideas. Okay. So we have the new Vesica Pisces deck, which I'm absolutely entranced with, and we have some chakra stones. The deck that I'm using is the Moonchild Tarot deck. I'll put the details in the show notes. They come from a lady in Canada, very high vibrational. Not your traditional medieval tarot. So I'm going to start just doing my rubbish shuffling over here. And as we're doing that, I would like you to take yourself into your heart center. Imagine beautiful swirling energy from your heart travelling downwards and upwards through your body at the same time. And as that is happening, imagine the roots coming out of your feet as the light, the golden light, spreads down into the earth to root into one of the crystal and mineral veins. And then the energy that is travelling upwards from your heart, imagine it reaching upwards and outwards. Upwards and outwards, upwards and outwards, so that as above, so below, and your beautiful golden energy spreads out. Then imagine golden light moving in from all sides of you to protect your guides, your angels, your animals, all the members of your soul family, your monad. And we ask for blessings for this reading, for this new moon in January 22. So, we're going to pull out 3 cards, and we're going to use this board as a reading board and a healing board. This will cleanse as well. So this will be what is heaven bound, which is what is mind bound, your ideas, your plans, your hopes. What is earth bound? So what is happening here on the earth plane in real life to you now? And then in the middle, how can they be integrated and brought into play? Okay. So, I'd like you now just to take a deep breath in and then breathe out and relax. Another deep breath in and then breathing out again. And then finally, a last breath in, and then breathing out any residue. And we'll open your energy centers now by starting at your root, imagining a beautiful red shining light, opening and activating that energy center. Then we'll move up to your sacral chakra, where we find a nice orange light. opening and activating your sacral. Now to your solar plexus, where you find a yellow light glowing and growing and opening that energy center. Now up to your heart, where a beautiful green light shines, opening and activating your heart center. Now to your throat, where a light blue light opens and activates your throat. Your third eye, where a deep indigo light opens up your third eye, not your throat. And then finally onto the top of your head, where a violet light emits from your crown. It opens it and activates it. Okay. Now we ask the guides and the angels to surround us, to come in close, and to help bring healing in and ideas to everybody watching, how they can work with this reading. Okay, so let's go for the first one, the Heaven-bound card. The Four of Pentacles. Okay. So now let's go for an Earthbound card. The Moon. Okay, and finally, a card that's going to integrate them. And we have Judgment. Okay, I'll just pop these over here in my card cleansing shell. Okay, so first of all, pulling out the Four of Pentacles, and this is the recipient, so this is you, and we have these beautiful Four of Pentacles and these auric fields. So you've probably got a lot of ideas in your head about how to move forward. Maybe you're trying to save money and you're trying to think of ideas of how to cut back, how to make your money go further. But this could also be career. So looking at what you've got, looking at what you can consolidate, is that the word I'm using? But also how you can spread things out. Now there's a number of stars on here. So I want you to bring that star energy down into you. Whatever star sign you are, I want you to tap in to your star system. And think of these as ideas. So write your ideas down. Make lists if you need to. But also think of different angles on how you can build on what you've got, the skills that you've got, the ideas that you have got. Let's move back to this in a little bit. I also feel, actually, I want to say before we move off, that you do have help around you. You have your auric field. You need to open it a little bit more and ask for messages and blessings from your guides and the universe. Ask. Don't feel shy about asking. Don't feel greedy about asking. We all need to eat. We all need to carry on our daily life. So don't be shy about asking for what you are worth. Okay? Now the moon is on the earth plane, and the moon quite often stands for illusion. So maybe something is not quite clear in your mind. Maybe you are getting mixed messages from people around you, situations around you. At new moon, we are starting things, so it is a good time to start the projects and the list making and the ideas of what we had. But why don't you at dark moon start to shift the things that do not serve you anymore? What are you holding on to? What is clouding your judgment? And dare I say it, who are the people that you need to cut out of your life? Because sometimes we do. Sometimes we have hanger-oners, people who use us. But remember, before you make such drastic choices, see if you can work out their point of view. If someone is not being so nice to you, why is that? Has something happened to them that makes them repeat that learnt behaviour on you? And maybe ask at the dark moon, at this phase, for the light to be illuminated down. You could think of this over the next couple of weeks. We've got 2 weeks until full moon. And then just before full moon, bring that light in. So there are two mirrors, images. So this is why 2 sides of the same coin. So really think about things before you cut anyone out, before you cut situations off. However, when we do cut things out or people out, we do make room for new ideas and new integrations to start happening in your life. Which brings me on to the middle card. This is what is bringing it all together. Judgment. We're all afraid of judgment, aren't we? But I say to you, if it feels right, then do it. We have doorways opening up to further planes of consciousness, bringing that pyramid energy to amplify and rise. Tahuti, we have Tahuti, the scribe. I've already talked about making lists. He brings in the list making. Tahuti or Thoth to many people. I have only just found out it is actually said Tahuti. So maybe you have these ideas that you need to write down. This keeps coming up again and again. List making. Maybe you want to start writing short stories for magazines, poetry, singing. Doesn't have to be writing. Maybe you are a crafter. Maybe it is crafting that you need to start doing. He is holding a hand up to the heavens. He is also holding a hand down to the lower worlds. And he is in the middle, integrating all of this. Choose which doorways you wish to pass through. Choosing which ideas you have the sovereignty to make. And choosing which situations to cut out of your life to free you up. Okay. I want you just to take another breathe in and then release. Okay. So we're going to take some smoky quartz now. And as you're thinking about this, I'm just going to start clearing down you. So we're going to ask the guides and the helpers to start clearing this mental confusion away. The blockages that are happening on the earth plane. Perhaps we are self-limiting ourselves. Anyone holding power over you that is not in your best interests. Anything as well. So let's just clear that now. Just going to draw the Seihei key into you. And the Chakra to start working on clearing. Okay, breathe out. That's it. Clearing all these things that are in your path. Clearing the uncertainty away. Clearing the doubt. And clearing away all of those extra things that you don't really need to think about. The procrastination. that they're pointing out. Let's just quickly clear these chakras. You may know what it is that we have talked about today, but if you don't worry about it. It will sort of filter through in its own way. Okay. Send a little bit of healing up to you now. And in a minute, I'm going to pick up a wonderful piece of apophyllite. Okay. Perhaps making some affirmations for you. I would like clarity for my path ahead and my ideas. I would like help, courage and strength to eliminate the things out of my life that no longer serve me. And I also ask for sovereignty without judgment over my decisions. Your decisions might not be to everybody's taste. They might not even be to your own taste. But no pain, no gain, right? Sometimes we have to cut the wheat away from the chaff. And sometimes that hurts, you know, when you think of how they used to do that. They used to use threshing sticks. Poor old John Barleycorn used to have the hell beaten out of him, but he rose again every year. And at this new moon on Imbolc this year, it is the child of the year. It is the time for inspiration, for ideas, for creativity to start. These projects, we've had our little winter break now and we are moving into spring. At this time of year, the goddess Bridget or Bride does help with those things. She's a Celtic goddess, so you might want to call on her. But as Tahuti has shown himself to us, you can also call on him. And I especially advise you call on him, anyone who is a student, anyone who has tests or examinations, even if it's a driving test. Call on him to help you integrate the paperwork and the learning that you need to learn at the moment. Perhaps putting a piece of pyrite on your work space, or here's a piece of pyrite. This is a pyrite sun. This is at my workspace to help oxygen flow into the brain and help me retain information. Another one you can use is petrified wood. So if you have a lot of learning to do, clearing out some of that space in your mind will help you be able to keep that information and not be bogged down by all of the other stuff that we have on a daily basis. Okay, breathe out for me. Okay, I'm just going to send some energy now. So let's take these last few minutes for you to set some goals for yourself. And let's focus on, first of all, the next 2 weeks. So what are you going to do over the next 2 weeks? Make that pledge to yourself. Are you going to eat better? Are you going to make some lists? Are you going to go to the dump and take a load of stuff to charity shops? Having a clear out so that you can make space for the new. Earth side and heaven side, so in your body and in your mind. Okay. Now, the longer term goals. So for the rest of the year, what is it you wish to achieve this year? And then how can you integrate everything Okay. Okay, so I'm just going to draw the chakra into you now. I'm also going to draw the master symbol, the Tibetan Daikumyo, so that you have mastery over the decisions that you have just made. I'm reaching around behind you as well, steadying the energy behind you. Okay, take another breath in. And I'd like you now just to ground. So bringing that energy from the skies and from below back up to your heart, or down to your heart, whichever way, back into your heart. See that beautiful green energy and feel it swirling around your heart center and letting it settle. And then I'd just like you to either stamp your foot gently onto the ground or placing your hand down. Aho. Native American phrase there. You're stamping it into yourself. Stamping it in. Making that affirmation. Okay. So a little bit of a weird tarot healing today, reading. As I said, I'm quite new to this and I'm quite nervous about interpreting this. But I hope it has been a little bit beneficial. And I will see you on a full moon for another one. All the best and love and light to you all. Thank you for watching.